Hey guys, it's Tamara Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. I am home from a trade show and sort of like a conference. So, how many of you guys have ever heard of NAMTA Creativation? So, NAMTA is a like an association. It is the I'll probably get this wrong, National Art Materials and Technology Association, something like that. And so they are sort of like a club or an association for artists to connect with other artists and to connect with companies and brands that make all the art products that we love. And so they have 2 days. It was in Columbus, Ohio this past week. They have 2 days of like education classes that you can take, and they have demonstrations and things where you can like participate and sign up to learn how to do alcohol inks or learn how to make a handmade card using a specific type of product. And so we didn't do the education part, but after we got there, we were kind of wishing that we had. Good morning, Nicole. Hello, Danetta and Riley. And so we kind of missed out on that because that started Friday and Saturday. And my friend Casey Hope from Pizzazz Art Studio, she flew up from Alabama on Sunday night and met me there. And the trade show part of it started on Sunday and went through yesterday at 2 p.m. And so she flew up. I picked her up from the airport Sunday night around midnight. She had a really late flight. And then we crashed in the hotel and got up Monday morning and hit the ground running at the trade show. And there were probably well over 100 different vendors selling everything from scrapbook materials, stickers, alcohol inks, all the way, and hot glue guns, all the way up to paintbrushes, watercolors, oil paints, acrylic paints, glitter, rhinestones. What else did I see? Resin. Just all the different things. I even saw like airbrushing things like for painting with airbrush. Um, there were so many different brands that sell paintbrushes or paints and stuff. And Deco Art was there. And so I got to meet them and talk to them a little bit more, which I had met some of them in the past. But I got to meet some new members of Deco Art that work for their company this time that I hadn't met before. And so that was really fun. And there was something else that I'm going to share with you guys here in a few minutes that I haven't told anybody about. That's a really exciting thing that is happening with that I've been working with Deco Art on. Let me find a photo for you all. And so I'm excited to share about it. It's something brand new that's coming to stores in May in Joann's. Do any of you guys have a Joann's nearby? The closest Joann's to me is about an hour and 15 minutes away. And so I'm just hoping and praying that this product lands on the shelf at Joann's because in my store that's nearest me, because the product's going to have my face on it, y'all. My face is going to be in a Joann's store. How exciting is that? You guys have one? It's so exciting. And so I got to see a little bit of like what the product box mock-up is going to look like. Now, granted, I think the box is going to be bigger than this, but this is sort of what the box looks like. I had to take a picture of myself pointing at the box, and you can see my face is there on the box. Now, these boxes are probably going to be bigger when they're in stores because they're going to have 10 little 4-ounce paint pots in them with 10 different colors. And on the back of the box is going to be a QR code that people can scan that will take them to a video of me showing them how to use these paints. And so it's super exciting, something I've never done before. I've never had my face in a craft store before. And so this is like really, really big deal and really exciting. So we will let you guys know when they ship to Joann's so you can start watching for them in your Joann's store. And I would love it if you guys go in the store and find the product and snap a picture pointing at where you found the product in your store. So this is a really big deal. It's a brand new paint that Deco Art is coming out with. It's called Small Batch Acrylics. And so the way that it was explained to me is that because like in Kentucky, Kentucky is known for their bourbon, and bourbon is made in small batches. They thought it might be kind of fun to make small batches of paint with Deco Art that are higher quality, they have more pigmentation, and they are multi-surface. So I did a demonstration on how to use these products on 3 different things. So I used it on material, and I made like a pillow cover that you could put outdoors because it's outdoor, it's made for multi-surface use. It's got a primer and all that built into it. I also painted a terracotta pot to match the pillowcase. And then I painted a door hanger, which I can show you. And there's the door hanger. It was displayed at Creativation. That little project right below it was by a different artist, but it definitely coordinates with mine really well. So that door hanger is made with all of those paints, and it matches the pillowcase and the terracotta pot. So essentially you could take like this little pot of paints and you could make like an entire decor piece for your front porch that coordinates with the things sitting like on your bench. If you've got a bench with a pillow, and you could like paint your flower pot and hang a door hanger and make all of it sort of match. And so that was kind of what I was thinking with that project. So you should be seeing my face on your packages of paint in Joann's stores in May. So that is so exciting. Thank you guys for cheering me on. It was so funny because my friend Casey Hope was there with me, and I had signed a paper from Deco Art saying I wouldn't say a word about this. I had to keep my lips shut. It was so hard because I was so excited. And when she saw that, she goes, "That's your face." She goes, "How did you not tell us about this? We're your best friends," like the Creative Club. And she like took a picture of me holding the box and sent it to the Creative Club. It's like, "Did any of you guys know about this?" She's like, "How did she keep this a secret?" And so they were all freaking out and so excited for me. And so it's a really big deal. I'm jazzed about it. I can't wait to see them in the stores. I think my son is next door making fun of me. I can hear him going, but yeah, it's so exciting. I can't wait. Pam said, "Hooray, hooray." Yeah, we're waiting for May. So the paint is supposed to ship to Joann's stores in May, and then it's up to Joann's to put it out on the shelves quickly. So it might not land on your shelves right away. It might take a little bit of time. And they said it may not be going to every single Joann's store, but they are going to have a list of the Joann's stores that these will be in. And so I will let you know as soon as I have that list, so you can go check your stores, and we're all going to do like a scavenger hunt and see if we can find them in our stores. So that was the biggest, most exciting thing that I took away from NAMTA Creativation. I got to see my face on the poster. I got to see the mock-up of what the product's going to look like. And it's very, very exciting. It's a big deal. I've never had this happen before. And so I'm really excited about it. But hang on. I got so excited I need a drink. Pam says, "I'll be calling mine if they don't put it out quick." Pam, I bet you'll go up in there and be like, "Which box is it in? I'll set it out on the shelf for you." Nikki says, "Will the paints be available on the Joann's website?" I'm not sure. I would assume so, but I don't know for sure. I know they will be available on the Deco Art website. I'm pretty sure. So that's exciting too. Okay. The other things I wanted to show you that I learned at NAMTA Creativation and brought home with me, because y'all, I had so much stuff. My arms were hurting from carrying the bags of the haul of goodies that I got. So we'll start with one of the smaller items. So I got a cordless glue gun. Have you guys seen these? It's battery powered. It's from a company called AdTech. And so it's got a little rechargeable battery in here. You can just hook it up to a USB device to charge it. And he said once it's charged, it should last an hour and a half if you're using it continuously for an hour and a half. And then you might have to charge it up again. So I don't use hot glue guns a lot, but I hate the one that I have. And I really like this little handle design. This is like nice, and it feels really good in my hand. My other one is one of those really cheapo ones from Walmart, and you have to plug it in. And I feel like every time I go to use it, I'm like, I don't want to have to wait for this to heat up. I'm so impatient. And so I'm kind of excited about this because I won't have to plug this up. I can just set it here on my craft desk and use it when I'm ready for it. And so this one's from AdTech. I'm excited to try it out. I can't necessarily give it a review yet, but it is cool and it was free. And so I'm excited to try it. So that is one thing that I got. Some other things I met a company that makes unicorn spit. I know a lot of you guys have heard of this before. How many of you have heard of unicorn spit? They make gel stains. You want one of those glue guns? Joanne says, "Where can I get this glue gun?" I will share those details with you after I try it, Joanne. I don't want you to rush out and buy it before I've had a chance to vet it first and make sure it is as great as he told us it was. Okay, Debbie says I have and I've used it. Okay, good. What did you think about it? So this company also makes the E6000 glue. I did not know that. And so they had a lot of E6000 glue there. Okay. Shannon says I love unicorn spit. Carrie says, yes, I want to try the unicorn spit. So unicorn spit is just the name of their gel stain. And it comes in multiple colors. The only color I brought home with me in glitter was this. What's the name of it? I got to find the name. Iced egret or something like that. So it's like just a real sparkly gel stain. They said that the great thing about these is that they are water-based. I hate stain. I hate using stain because it's usually oil-based. It gets all over your hands. You can't clean it up easily. I hate washing out brushes. I hate cleaning brushes with mineral spirits. I hate the whole process. I'm like, let me just wash it out in the sink with the water. And so this is water-based. It's non-toxic. It dries clear. It's fast drying, and it's lemongrass scented. And so they said this was actually invented by a woman. The company that makes the E6000, I guess one of the wives or something had a need for some gel-based stain that was not oil-based. And so they kind of formulated their own product. She helped them come up with it. I'm sure that's not real sanitary opening that with my mouth, but I'm determined to get it open because I want to smell it. And so she didn't like the fumes and the strong smells of some of the other stuff. And so they came up with this. That actually smells really nice. It's lemongrass scented. And so some of the other ones have different scents, but this is lemongrass scent. I told him I wanted the clear, sparkly one because I'm thinking like when you paint on a door hanger and you just want to add a little glitter, like this would be great to add on top of any color of paint because it's just clear sparkles. So Leslie said, I have some of the unicorn spit. They have these in a lot of colors that were more like metallic colors, but they weren't glitter. They were more of just like a metallic gel stain. And they had them demonstrated on wood. And so you could still see the wood grain through the metallic color, which was really neat. Mary says they have the richest colors. I noticed that. And it sounds, yeah, Melinda, if you're huffing this paint, that's safe. It's non-toxic. But they also have like a type of resin, which I'm interested to try out. I didn't get to bring any of that home with me. But I don't know. It's a new company that I had heard about, but never tried before. So I was excited to bring home. I've got some of the gel stains in like wood colors. And then I got those for my husband mainly. And then I got this for me. So I'm excited about this. We're going to try this on a door hanger. Another company that I thought these were so cute. Have you heard of Royal Talons? So they make acrylic paints, watercolors, all kinds of stuff. And I got these little paint kits that come with 6 different colors in the tiniest little cute little tubes. And I thought I would give them a try because these would be awesome if we ever decided to do a kit that had paint in it. These are very affordable. I could put this whole pack in somebody's kit if I wanted to. The only downside, I guess, would be that if I was doing a project with these in the kit, I would have to stick to the colors in the kit, and I have a hard time doing that sometimes. But I really loved these colors. They're called Caribbean colors. And so they're just the cutest little bottles. They're almost like little travel size bottles of paint. I'm going to test these out, see how they go. But they're very affordable. I think they retail for $10 a kit. And so it would just make it where I could toss these into a box if I was doing a kit that included paint. And it's a lot more affordable than buying lots of big 2-ounce bottles size. So I'm excited to try those. Mary says, oh, I didn't know they have resin. You'll have to remember. Do you remember the name of it? No, I don't. I didn't, but I'll have to look it up because now my husband's asking about it. He's like, I want to try the resin too. So, what's the company called? Art Resin was there also. And they showed me, do I have any here with me to show you? They showed me these cool little packets. I don't have one here, but they showed me these cool little packets that are like, they called them blister packs that have resin in them. Cause you know how you have to mix part 1 with part 2 in the resin? It was like a pack where those were separate in the plastic, but it had this little thing at the top that you snap and you squeeze the two things together to mix them. And so it's kind of like a throwaway pack. It only has like 2 ounces in it. You mix it together and then you cut the end of it off and squeeze it onto your project. So it's like a one-time use instead of getting the bottles, measuring them out. And so I was excited to learn about those, because if we ever do a kit that has resin in it, these would be great to include, which my friend Miss Cindy Manley does resin a lot, and she includes those with her kits. So they're just a little pricey. I think they're like at least $6 per little blister pack, which can get kind of expensive if you're buying a lot of them. Jenny said, we need to see your husband's projects. Yeah, we do. We need to see after he tests the gel stains how they look. Another company that I got to meet there was Ranger, which Ranger has been around a long time. They sell like the Tim Holtz distressing inks. They sell Stickles, which is like a glitter paint, kind of glitter gel is what they call it. But look at the little stars. Aren't those cute? And so how many of you guys have heard of Ranger? Ranger also is the company that makes the little heat dryer that we use all the time that you guys are always asking about. You see the little Ranger name right there. So they have these for sale inside that booth, but Ranger mainly makes products that are for paper crafting, like card making and scrapbooking and stuff like that. And so while I'm walking through there, I'm like looking at all this with door hanger eyes. And I'm like, what could we use this for? And so I used to have some Stickles way back in the day when I did scrapbooking and card making. And now I'm like, I would love to try some of these Stickles on door hangers. So I got 4 colors of the Stickles. So these are really fun. And then another product that is I think it's kind of new. It's called Lunar Paste. And it is a thicker, like metallic texture paint. And so they were showing using this over a stencil. Like they would lay the stencil down, scrape this across the stencil, and then peel the stencil up, and you would have a textured pattern underneath it. And it dries super fast. But this was created by Simon Hurley. He's one of their creators, and we were so impressed with him. He's really young. I think he's like 24 or something, and he's like a card maker, but he's so talented. And so he was showing us some of these really cool foam blocks like this. So they have some that come with like little punch out pieces, like a circle or a heart, and then some that are just rectangles. I'm on a live, Charlie. And so the way he showed these is he heated up the foam with like the little heat gun. He would heat it up, and once he got it really nice and hot, he would push it onto something, and it would like something that has texture, right? He would push it on there, and it would create like a pattern. Charlie, I'm on a live, not right now. It would create a pattern on the foam, and then he could use that foam as a stamp. And the cool thing about this foam is you heat it up, and it reforms back into a perfect little flat disc that you can use again the next time you want to heat it up. Hold on, my MacBook's about to die. I got to plug it up.
You gotta see this.
I will come see your stuff in just a minute, okay? She's using air clay.
Its tentacles are like this long.
Okay, go back out, please, and shut the door. I'll come look in just a minute. And so I want to show you guys what he made with this, this little foam disc. So he took it, he heated it up, he pressed it onto a Bounty paper towel. Do you see that texture? I would not have thought this worked. He pushed it onto this paper towel to pick up the texture of it. He put alcohol ink around. I wish I'd made a video because this would be so much more descriptive with a video. He took alcohol ink and kind of dabbed it onto the thing, and then he stamped it on a piece of paper, and look what he made. Isn't that cool? And then he heated it up again. He pushed it onto a rubber stamp because, you know, rubber stamps have like a texture to them. He added different alcohol inks all over the pattern and stamped it again and made this. And so you can just heat this little foam piece up over and over again to pick up different patterns and textures. And so I was thinking with my door hanger brain, and I was like, ooh, what if I stamped this on top of a white painted surface that was like in the center of a flower, and we could stamp it as the center of the flower and like with ink instead of paint to create like a really cool texture in the middle. So I've got all kinds of ideas now. I came home with this, not only with a bunch of cool products, but with so many ideas. And then I also had so many ideas for, like, if we put this on paper, we could Mod Podge it onto a door hanger. How do you get the ink off? Okay, so Joanne, they showed just spritzing this with, was it alcohol or water? I don't know. You'd have to look and see what it needs to be cleaned up with. Hold on. Clean spray nozzle after, okay. Mist water reactive. I think it's water based. So you could probably even wipe it off with a baby wipe, but they cleaned it up so super fast. They just wiped it off. So must be easy. One of the other cool products I came home with was this distressing oxide spray. So, you know, you can we could probably test this out right now. Let me get a piece of paper. Do I not have any paper around here? Hold up. Hold, please. I'm grabbing paper. Okay, this is just scrap paper from the trash. So these, you shake them up real good, and you can kind of like make really cool textures, or you can hold it close and make like a drip. And so I'm thinking this could be cool to, like, if you paint a door hanger, we could spritz some of these on the door hanger to create like a really cool, okay, thank you, Mary. Alcohol cleans alcohol, duh. But we could use these to kind of like create a really cool background texture. Like if you had a sky and it was painted white, you could even like spritz this on there or something to create like a really cool background. So I'm going to play and test all of these and try these ideas out. But man, they dry so fast. Like, look how quickly that dried. And so I've known about a lot of these products for a long time when it comes to card making and scrapbooking. And I never thought to use them on a door hanger. So I'm really excited to like test all of these in a new way and use them on door hangers and maybe try out some stuff for you guys. That way I can teach y'all some new techniques. And then the last but not least really cool thing that I found at NAMTA was Deco Art has a new water marbling. And I have seen videos of this like on their website, but it's a new water marbling product. And so they sent me home with this whole kit. And the kit comes with the little trays that you dip the things in. Let me show it, see if I can pull up a video real quick. I wonder if it will load on here because y'all got to see this stuff in action. Will it let me load a video? Hold up. So they showed that you could use this. I don't think it will. Maybe I can pull it up on my phone. But you can use this on like shoes. Do you need something, dear?
Gonna ask if we could make those cookies.
Yeah, go right ahead. Read the instructions.
I don't know how.
Well, I can't help you right now. So here's a pair of shoes that somebody did it on. Super cool. CEO was wearing those. Here is some paper that they did it on. That is the paper cut up and made into a collage. What else do we have? I've got videos here, but the videos are so long. I'm like, I can't hold the phone that long. So essentially, she's dripping the paint into a water trough, and that little trough is included in the kit. And then once she drips the paint, she takes like a little wood bamboo stick and pops like the air bubbles and stuff. But then also you can manipulate the ink on the surface, and she's making flowers. I'm going to zoom in here in a second. There you go. Now you can see. Do you see the flowers? I cannot wait to try this. And I'm wanting to try this on wood too. Like if we dipped the wood in this water solution to create like a really cool pattern on something. And then let me fast forward to when she dips the paper. Okay, so here she goes. She's dipping the paper. I wish I could like hold this up on the screen. Look! Ah! Is that not the most awesome thing ever? Oh, Marie, you would love this event. You've got to go next year. I'll tell you about next year in just a minute. But yeah, I've got all of these water marbling things to try. I told him I want to try this on Easter eggs this weekend. And so you just drizzle them into water and you hydro dip stuff. They had like a candlestick that had been hydro dipped. They had shoes. What else did I see? Ornaments, like a snowflake ornament was hydro dipped in like blue and all that. And so you can create so many cool patterns. and dip stuff. And now I'm like looking around my house. I'm like, what can I hydro dip? I want to hydro dip all the things. So I'm just now getting home and unpacking my bags and like dying to get into all of this stuff. Carol says, can you still seal your door hanger after using that? Yeah, I would say so for sure. I'm going to test it though, to be sure. Okay, so what was the other thing I was going to tell you about? Oh, next year. So next year it's going to be in, I had the piece of paper laying around here somewhere, but it's going to be in New Orleans. And it's like around March 25th or something. And so you would have to register for NAMTA in order to be able to go. It's not free. But like if you're a digital creator, and you kind of have to be like a business, like a maker or a business in some way. And so I registered as a digital creator because I teach online and stuff like that. And it was $200 for the entire year. And so that got me access to going to NAMTA. Now, if you want to take any of the classes and things like that, you have to pay extra for the classes. But walking through the trade show, you get into the trade show with your NAMTA membership. And so it's really neat. And on the trade show floor, they have people doing demos all day long in all the different booths and stuff. So you can, watch the products in action and everything. Kathy says wooden earrings. Oh, good idea, Kathy. That would be a really cool way to test some of this. Lynn says you've done it with nail polish. I've seen people do it with nail polish, like to do it like a marbled nail polish design. That's really cool. So I'm excited to try all these and share all these with you. And so I'm going to do lots of testing and playing. Don't worry, I'll video it along the way so you guys can see what I'm working with. And once I kind of figure out how to use some of this stuff, we'll definitely be teaching it like in the Painters Clubhouse and probably on this page. Yeah, NAMTA, that's how you spell it. That's the association that does this. And the event was called Creativation, like creative and innovation, Creativation. And it's happening in New Orleans next year in the late March. So I'm excited. We're going to do it again. I'm going to go again. Now that I've been once, I'm like, I got to go again. It was great. It's really heavy on the paper crafting and scrapbooking side, but there were plenty of paint companies. The only paint company I was surprised that wasn't there was like Plaid Folk Art. They weren't there. I was really surprised about that. So I don't know, but Deco Art had a really cool setup there. We got to see all kinds of new products. They have like a new paint for fabric that you can check out. They also have a new wax paint, which is really neat. If you want to create like a wax finish on your, like if you did a painting and want to make it look like aged in like an oil painting, you would put this wax on it. So go check all that stuff out. But that's why I wasn't live here yesterday. So I hope you guys didn't miss me too badly while I was gone. But I will be live again on Friday for Friday Fab 5. So you might just see one of these items pop up if I've had a chance to test it before Friday. All right, y'all. Have a great afternoon. I'll see you next time.